up. Make sure.
You don't think it's better just to cut a piece of wood and put the white vinyl or whatever, or I don't know.
What about the heat from
the heat from the stove? Yeah.
What I'd like to do is have a nice piece of sheet steel.
I saw that tin stuff at Joann Fabrics, but
what did you see?
The tin stuff, the stuff that you talk about, like it looks like a tin, whatever that stuff that you're talking about. It has the design in there. And
metal?
It was metal. Yeah, it was really thin.
Yeah, can't have thin.
Oh,
It won't stand up. Yeah. I need to have something that's very heavy duty here, Marshall.
Yeah.
To stand up to the rigors of this. You know, I thought a piece of steel that you could kind of bend on an English wheel that had some swirling, a piece of stainless steel. Maybe we can find a piece of scrap something somewhere.
I saw some of that tin.
We're gonna have to remove. We're gonna have to remove this because this doesn't even allow.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know what this is over here. Do you see the offset here?
That was the old
panel.
Having
this.
You can get rid of
but why was the panel offset?
I don't know.
There was nothing on this side. So the panel's really like that.
It's curved. It's a curvature. That's why.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's get this marked up now for our next cut. Yeah, I want a natural lay there. I don't want it to move at all. This is the natural position. Now we got to check the leading edge here. And then we have to make this clean here. The good news is this radial saw is doing a great job.
Oh yeah, much easier to work with.
Let's remove that piece now. And
did you mark it over?
Did you want more cut off of here, Marshall? I already thought we had the edge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, we're just cutting the back. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want less or do you want this 8?
No. This is good. This is
okay.
Good.
So let's pull it off and mark it up.
Okay.
That thing? It's still around? Look at that weird look at the way that angle is. Yeah. Unbelievable. I don't even believe that that's the angle. I can't believe that thing has an angle like that. Yeah, because I had to fix the offset of this stupid thing, that's why. Remember, I had to recover this to change all the position of this. That's why the angle is so high. What do we want, a 1-inch edge on that, or do you want an 1.5 inches? Yeah, I'm saying for the edge, do you want it to be uniform or in a little bit? All right, welcome aboard, everybody. Let's see you out there if you can see me working. Doing the cutting. You can probably see from that angle there when I go out there, I'm going to be cutting that. This is very difficult material to work with. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. So, little by little, what I'm doing now is marking up for the top edges. This is generally a very expensive piece of countertop material, so we have to be very careful about cutting this thing. jigsaw here, saber saw, and come in. We should be able to come in the other direction and hit that. That's destroying this laminate material. You're gonna have to hold this down.
With that edge on there, right?
Yeah, I'm cutting the back edge now. I need you to hold this thing down. I'm still debating whether, as I get closer, I'll probably cut over to the saber saw and start with the radial saw.
Does it do it on that side?
Yeah, this is a left-hand cut, which I don't like to make, but it is what it is. Look at this. The yellow cap for it anywhere? No,
yeah, I had a bunch of those in the van, I think. Oh, there's one right here.
yeah, the yellow.
There's one here in the box, yeah.
That's what happened when you saw through your cord years
I'm
ago.
surprised the job that this wasn't even a fine saw that you had on this thing.
Yeah, but it's more going from the bottom.
Yeah.
But we still got plenty of room for screw up here. Just hold the material down. Make sure I'm not going to cut. It's got to come out this way so there's more. I don't want to hit the concrete when I'm coming over. Make sure that doesn't snap off. Now we'll finish off with the saber saw.
That did a really good job, and that wasn't even a fine blade on that thing, so.
A very high RPM. Beautiful day, 75 degrees. Best February I can remember. And there we are. Let's give that a test run. Hello everybody, happy hump day to you. This should take into account the offset of the. How's that look now? A little more attention. How's that look? Got a good edge on there? It's got a good edge all the way around on that. How's that look good?
Yeah, I guess it does.
We're not guessing, Mark. We're not here to guess.
What about that table? I guess you got to mount it lower for it to go up, right?
If you want to use the table.
I don't think I need it, right?
I thought you wanted a piece of this material cut for the table that would match.
Yeah, it would look nicer if it, and maybe even a piece of this, if we have any left to put inside of the sink.
Well, to do the sink, we need to set the saber saw on a 45-degree angle, so it gives us a bevel cut, so that piece doesn't just fall straight down an inch. Okay. So there's our material. We're just fitting this now. And here, this is cut from a $27 piece of material. It's pretty good stuff to work with.
Let's see if this thing up. How did this open here? Now this is all locked up here, I guess.
You know what we're gonna need to do also is put a finish strip down here, Marshall, down this side with the buttons over here.
So if this is going to be on the level, I guess it'll be a little bit lower, right?
Well, it's not going to be. It's never going to be on the level here.
It's going to.
Okay.
It'll be still. You'll still be able to use it.
So, but these things are messed up, right?
Yeah, they're kind of messed up. I mean, yeah, they are. They're.
Well, it rendered it unusable, right?
Yeah. Well, it still worked, but it was. It's. There's. I don't know. There's a couple of parts on there that. I don't know. It's got a couple of metal parts that.
Hey Tess, how you doing?
We'll
All right, well let's do this down and cut out this piece then, okay? I don't want to waste any of this material.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to.
Let's see.
I'd
how
rather
much we got left.
prioritize the piece, I guess.
The piece that goes in the sink. What value does it have, Marshall?
Extra counter space, I think.
On the sink?
How much do we have
in
left
the sink?
of
I don't know. Where's the material? Here it is. We should be able to get two out of this thing if we're lucky.
Establish if we can use the big. I don't
well,
know,
get the other. No, you're putting it
the
the wrong way, I think.
I know what I'm saying.
Put it the other way.
Cut out for this. I'm not going to have enough left.
Put it the other way.
The other way.
Like this.
Oh, like that.
Okay. Now I think you'll have room for the sink cutout, right?
Have we established if we can even use the new sink, or?
Well, let's put the sink upside down and take a look at it. Where's the new?
Stove in there to see what
sit the stove on top. That's fine. I've got a lot of connections. I've got a lot of crap to do.
Right.
We did the panel work back here with the nice trim details. Finished the rear skirting of it. I think it looks real good. In here.
It'll be, I guess, a little tricky to cut this out.
These were really tricky, these corners, but they turned out pretty good.
See where the mounting screws are for this thing, Ruben?
Yeah, I'll need you in here to hold it while I look at it, okay? Hey Tammy, how you doing? Sorry everybody. Hello to you. Let me just sit this down and turn it around. I'm auditioning for JK NoCal's remodeling team here. Kitchen and bath expert. All right. Okay. So we got the stove here. The stove's going to be here, and we need to have the lip. Cutting out this square of the recessed lip for that. I don't think that should be real far back either because of heat considerations.
A little larger thing than what I had. You're going to put it that way? I think it's going to go that way. thinking, I don't know if it's larger than the width of the, because it's a lot bigger than the older one, you know?
Well, it'll be your call once I cut it. This, actually, Marshall, all it has to happen, this is the thing that goes down. The rest is just,
Oh, okay.
the rest is just flapjack for the top of it.
Oh, okay.
You know what flapjack is? It's flange. It's just flanging for the top.
So you don't have to cut it out all the way up
What
to here?
now, I just, this inner, I cut a square and then drop
okay.
it in, okay?
Okay.
Square the circle and drop it in on the corners. This, and then there's the flapjacks. We
Okay.
have these things that have to be
But
put
remember,
in.
you got to hook up your faucet down
And
there.
these need this nuts. Yeah, we need to hook up the faucet, but we have quite a bit of leeway.
Okay.
It's your call, okay?
Let's see, the old one was. The new one was a lot better, a lot bigger, I think.
Propane line. Camper vans give you 0 countertop. That's why you need that supplemental table on the end of it.
This one has some wing nuts on there.
And we're going to need to put a ring of plumber's putty around the exterior. of
This thing had wing nuts on there and some metal plates there, the old one.
Well, we can still use the wing nuts,
Okay.
maybe. What's the size here?
That's what I'm saying. You could,
Isn't it about the same size, Marshall, as the other one?
yeah, I guess.
Same size.
And this one's nicer because you get
Okay.
the faucet in here instead of right there, right?
Yeah, as long as this is 4.5, get the measuring tape. Make sure most faucet arrangements are 4.5 inches
Well, I
on
put the
center.
faucet in there and it fit. You want
Okay,
to
that's
faucet
fine.
out
No, I
again?
don't need it again. If you tried it, I'll take your word
Well, let me
for it,
double
because
check
everything's
this
built on a
one more
4.5
time.
inch standard. At least when I was doing.
If you want to place it in there one more time, just to double check.
Yeah, that's fine.
That thing will work out.
Now, as far as positioning the stove is concerned, my
You
number
see the
one.
mounting holes on it, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, my number one thought is always safety.
Right.
Like, in other words, we don't want it pushed too back in there, right?
But
I
you
mean,
got
we
the
don't want it
glass.
way back here
You got the
because
glass.
the heat's going to come up, and yeah.
Plus, you got to open the glass.
So you got to be forward, and you want it to look uniform, the same distance from this edge as from the front edge. And remember, we got counter. We have to look underneath to make sure there's going to be clearance to drop this thing down.
Right.
Clearance looks okay. It's got this. Let me have a measuring tape, okay? This goofy drawer glide could be problematic.
Yeah, I don't care about if I've got to get rid of that drawer, I'll get rid of it.
Well, I wouldn't get rid of a drawer. It'll look like HELL if you get rid of it.
Let me see where the tape is at. That's an expensive stove. That's my priority to get that thing in there. I don't care if I got to get rid of it.
What?
I got to get rid of the drawer. So.
You're not going to get rid of the drawer. Are you kidding? Alright, this is 3.5 inches. Got here. That should be okay. Oh boy.
So when
Now
you
we're going
cut
to need
this
to
thing,
work with it. We're going to need to work with a a pencil now.
Okay.
We're not going to put pen marks on here at this point.
I don't have a pencil. I don't know. I only have a pen.
I had my builder's pencils, but they went into the fire pit.
You think Jen's got a pencil in there?
I don't know.
Let me go check.
My luck, my good construction pencils, they threw into the fire pit. Jeez. Oh, hi Cindy. You can see we did the front bolster has been redone up here too, which gives a really nice finish on that.
I found one pencil. Nobody uses pencils anymore.
Well, obviously you're not in the construction trade. Pencils are a fact of life.
It doesn't have much of a point on there, but
Doesn't have
you
any
got a sharpener?
point.
That was the only one I found in there. Maybe there was another one, but
I want you to set the measurements so that to figure out how we center this thing up here.
oh man. I wonder if these hinges
You set
over
it?
set what?
I told you to set the distance from to make sure it's even from front to side.
Okay. What now I was gonna ask you something real quick. See the glass lid here? It only comes up this way. Is there any way that these hinges could be where you could be able to go back more so you could use this burner more? Do you see what I'm saying?
No, there's no way to set
There's
it
no way to
back
set
more.
it.
You'll just break them.
Okay.
we don't see. We got to be careful because we don't have
a lot of space.
Well, no, when they originally designed this coach, they had that big offset at the kitchenette that was stupid. We straightened that out. The result of that is the kitchenette and this side are now square to the coach.
Right.
But now we have an angle here. Okay, see the angle?
Right.
So we can't put this to follow that angle or it's screwed up. We have to use this front
edge as
edge.
a centering.
So we don't really care about that side what's done because the whole coach was a mess on that. Okay.
Now you kind of straighten it out with the.
Well, I straightened it out appearance on the outside, but the result.
So
is,
when you cut this thing here, are you going to cut it from? Or you got to measure?
Just understand what I'm saying first, okay? Okay. Very important.
Do you want the level to see if it's straight when you make your marks, or
what do I need a level for?
Or how do you know?
What am I going to level?
How do you know everything's straight?
What am I going to level? I'm measuring off this edge here.
Okay.
Right. I'm getting
But to see that it's not crooked, that it's.
Yeah, I'm using this edge.
Oh, okay.
This is our straight edge, not this one. If I align it off this edge, it's going to look like that. Okay, so I have to pick the straight edge to align it to.
Okay.
And I think.
No, it's kind of.
Well, I'm getting a straight down sighting here. I'm looking at 2 1/4 inches. Okay, I mean, if you're going to be on JK NoCal's team, it's one shot. There's no redos for things. Stuff costs money.
Yep.
Okay, so now you look at it against the front edge. And you take a look and you say the alignment's pretty good on that. Now the next thing is underneath with our gray pipe water feed. How we're going to do, and we're going to do great right there.
That'll make it finer.
Yep.
Okay. And the other pipe will be the other pipe that goes in here. That'll be on this side, right?
Right. Or what pipe?
No, I'm saying the water pipe.
Yeah, my water, my.
This is going to be the other way around.
My trap is on that side. Exactly.
Right. Okay. All right.
Okay. This is not the cut line. I've seen some people. Actually, where's that best way? People always take a blue painter's tape and hit these marks.
Okay. I got. You want some blue painter's tape?
Yeah.
Okay. I had some in that box too. Let's see. This thing here, or the interior, right?
Yeah, I'm not cutting. I'm only just giving the pancake here, this flange. I'm just prepping the
And do you have to? What about these here? Those last?
I can't worry about them right now. Once it's dropped into position, we find the center of them.
You want to do that?
No, because we need to then measure our offsets here for how much we have to go in here. Let me get this tape. I can see the marks over here.
I see the mark right there, I believe.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to end up doing is drilling down, and we have to take our measurements on the internal of this.
You want me to write down the measurements now?
Nope.
Or?
No. That sun is brutal right there right now.
So you don't need the level or nothing for this?
Nope.
I'd like to see old JK build a van. How'd that be funny, huh? See
Like
how
I
you
say,
do it, huh?
JK is like, we can't afford redos on material, so get it right the first time. Team JK. Get that back in position, Marshall.
You want it more?
Get it on position.
Is where I don't know how far.
Look at where I have the.
Okay. Oh, their line is over here. I see the line right
That's
there.
right. My line is running right at the edge of the tape there. That's our outside diameter on there. So,
I think we should just concentrate on one at a time, right?
well, we've got our basic square. Now it's a question of how far in we need to come off the on the flange. So we need our measuring tape here. I got it right here. Here's where I'm going to ask you to write
the measurements. Or?
Yeah, you're going to have to write them down on a neat piece of paper, not 4 inches tall. Yeah, 1 inch on the back.
1 inch back.
1 inch on the back.
Okay.
Okay. I want 1 inch on this. Let's see, I want 1 inch. 1 inch on the side should be good.
1 inch side. Okay.
And I want 2.5 on the front.
2.5.
Now I'm going to use pen for this part. Okay. Remember, you're looking at things mirror upside down. Don't be like a lot of newbie people that reverse everything. All right.
So you don't
Now we need we need our level. Okay. Our long level. Got a good edge on it. Go intern with Tucker to learn how to scam a good living. You guys are something. Okay, what did we say on the side? 1 inch?
You said 1 inch back, 1 inside, 2.5 inch front.
Man, you don't even have to worry about this pattern. It's like it's so crazy.
What pattern? Oh.
You could have kindergartners draw on this thing all day, and they would never show up on this panel.
It said that this stuff is Formica, which is good stuff. It's supposed to be.
Well, we're on some $27 material, which makes it even nicer.
Yeah.
Now we want to go an inch in from this side. As soon as you put the line down on this stuff, you miss it. Crazy. Okay. Okay, there's our internal line there. We've got pencil marks on the outside and pen lines on the inside. How about at the back? Is also 1 inch, or what is it?
You said a 1 inch back, 1 inside, and 2.5 inches on the front. What you said?
See anything with the sunlight coming in, giving me too much of a shadow.
Do you flash on my phone to see what you're doing? Or?
Okay, can you see our cutout here? Might have to do a little extra grooming, but it should be okay for a starter. Okay, now we need our
1 inch back, 1 inside, 2.5 inch front.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for the front measurement now.
Front, you said 2.5 inches on the front.
Okay, see our outline. It's going to take a while to cut this because we need to use the saber saw on this. I can't work a radial saw in this thing. So I think we're going to work on one piece at a time. So you're going to need to take the stove away now. Okay. I've given a little tolerance. If we have to nibble away on it, it'll be okay.
All right. The internal.
Hey, bad boy, Ellen, big boy. How you doing, BBE?
We got to measure the internal width of the sink, right? The
What?
internal. Isn't that what you're going to cut it out?
I'm cutting for the flange, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is, in other words, the distance between here and here is the 3 screws that go down in these areas on the outside, right? The flange is on the outside, right?
Oh, okay.
Thank you, BBE. Hope that went off. It might take a minute.
So this line is the internal.
BBE.
This line.
Rosie has big balls. Elbow no balls was terrified.
This line is the internal line of the sink here?
External is the flange,
Okay.
the exterior flange. The internal is the cut lines. Okay.
All right.
All right. Now my elbow is hurting so bad because of bursitis. I can't lift that thing up right now. Hey, Matt and Eric, how you doing? Hey, Mr. X, how are you? Yeah, we're gonna take that over.
We're gonna cut this on. You're gonna cut this from the top, right?
Yeah, I gotta cut it from the top. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I could four corner. I can drill and then connect from the bottom and then cut it. So I think that's the way I'll do it. Okay.
So you don't mess up the.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to take it. Well, I'm under a flange. It's okay. It's not going to do anything. So I'm gonna turn this around so you guys can see out the window here. Hey Harvey, how you doing, babe? I think you can see over there. We're going to use that area for cutting over there. Oh boy. Yeah, and just an aside, Harvey, you know how much I love you. Don't allow your channel to be turned into a refuge for haters, okay? You had a lot of people start to pile in because they're losing all of their traditional hate channels to pile into. So guard your channel and keep it positive, okay? That's my best advice to you, my friend.
Do you want this out here or the other way?
Right now we need to get the Ryobi set up with that. Try to get the Ryobi, please.
Oh man.
Understand what a tape is, the outside, that's the clamp area. That's the safety, this is the cut line in here.
Kudos to Zia first to nail Tucker the scammer woo.
Point to point when you're just follow our lines, okay?
The jigsaw.
Yeah. I don't have enough control over a radial saw to drop that down and do those cuts.
location. It was, I remember it was like more to the right side. See? The drain was more to the right side. It was like that.
Where did your things go?
This faucet was outside of it. So I'm just saying the drain was over here. I remember it was like that.
That's not how we're gonna set up. We'll have to deal with that.
But this is a nicer sink though. It's
Just gonna drop down into looks to be perfect cut. I don't know if there's any more flanging we need to do. We need to do now is lipstick these.
now how are you gonna put, what do you put underneath the plumber's putty underneath there or what?
Yeah.
This one I had a
They didn't put anything.
It was leaking on.
I don't think they used anything on the flange yet.
They use it on.
I think we'll put a bead of silicone down over it. Today's been rough coming. I don't know how to figure out the drain in here.
Because I remember this one, the drain was more like to the right because the piping is more to the right. So.
Remember why we used lipstick? Lipstick was we had to figure out where the holes go. We have to be able to accommodate the screws around there. How we can figure it out. Remember the old carpenter's trick?
No.
Put lipstick on the end of the screws, drop it down, and it'll create a little bit of lipstick there where you drill your hole. Okay? That line looks good there.
I guess the piping will have to be. I don't know whether we'll have to go different.
I'll have to do a different plumbing configuration.
This is pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Now go get the measuring tape and I'm gonna get the lipstick.
Okay. And use wing nuts, or what do you use to attach?
No,
to
where are the nuts from before?
I don't know if this is what I had on this thing here. There's 3 of them left. I guess you need 4. I guess one of these is rusted, or both of these are rusted.
You can see my little lipstick. You're gonna need to transfer this.
And then this is in. I think I'm gonna have to get me a new gasket, right? This thing is the old style.
Did it
metal
ever
one.
leak, Marshall?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I had it.
Why didn't you fix it?
I did.
And it still leaked?
Well, no. After I fixed it, it didn't leak. This thing was.
Figured
They had, they had this stuff underneath it. Is that silicone? What's the problem with having it tight? Are you going to mark the cutoff for the faucet? We need to have a bigger.
Not just that, don't let it fall, Marshall.
thing were longer. Look how long these were. These were longer. If you look at these, look at the.
Well, we have to go with what we have here, right? Can't change it now. It's not like this thing's going to be going anywhere. Once we put the screws down, this will pull this all down here. Whatever nuts we decide to put on. These are really hard. Why don't you go set that down?
This next one put out for the faucet.
Just rough into the other stove piece. Oh boy.
How's the plumbing configuration down there with the? I have to change up
I don't
something.
know. I'll have to change up some stuff.
Yep. Is it dipping down into the cabinet a lot? The bigger sink?
No.
No. Let me see here. Oh, it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Looks fine.
You're gonna have to change up this connector here, I guess.
I got some plumbing work to do. Yeah. These connectors are fine here.
Okay.
We're going up to that. It's
That looks good,
I
yeah.
have to get the drain. I have to replumb the drain.
Yeah, this thing here.
Yeah, looks pretty good, huh? Not bad for in keeping with the spirit to $10.
This here is a little bit. This is flat. I don't know what the deal with this
Yeah,
is.
well, this one's got to just tighten down. Once we put the wing nuts on it, it'll be. And
It
the
doesn't have to be
flange
perfect, I guess. This
Well,
one's
it's nice to have it. Once we take it out again, we'll enlarge that screw hole a little bit more. Looks pretty good, huh? On there. Yeah, it looks pretty sweet, huh?
So you
Nice.
just can leave it square like this, and then are you going to
Well,
round
how are we
this
going to
off?
put the material around it
Well,
on
material-
this curve?
It's
I
better
mean-
not to mess with it because
Well,
it might
I
break
mean,
apart.
I don't know. I mean, we got that factory jive. I've got it, the iron to set it on and all that. So, I don't know. It's time to look at our cook stove now.
Okay. You want the stove now?
Yeah.
What a job, man.
Well, we got to punch it out when we're done.
Oh, this is not a new thing order too, Rosie. That's good. I
What?
got a new setup with the sink too. See, a new.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look
They
how nice
sold
that
that
is,
with
yeah.
it, man. That's
yeah,
nice.
that's nice. Look how nice that is.
Yeah. We got to get some fresh plumber's putty when we get some plumbing. So I might have all
does
the
this have the
plumbing
rubber?
stuff
It doesn't have the rubber
in
gasket.
there. No,
though.
that doesn't have the rubber. It doesn't need a gasket, Marshall.
Oh, there's a rubber gasket. That's
it
what was
sets-
leaking that I had
yeah,
to replace.
It also sets with some plumber's putty.
Oh, that's much
okay.
nicer than what the.
Yeah. Well, everything's nice when you first get the coach, right? Oh boy. Oh, it's set pretty good in there.
Okay, here it is. Want that blue masking tape, pencil. It's pretty level
Yeah,
there.
gotta do just some re-plumbing to run that over. And I hate plumbing.
Yeah, I love to wash dishes outside when I got that shower head. Rinse myself off and wash dishes outside and just keep water out of the coach.
Yeah, we got to remember to enlarge this back hole a little bit once we punch this material.
Those other ones are pretty
yeah, everything else is good. I'm happy. They're going to go down really good on this. You know.
And I like it how this actually looks better with the faucet in here than how it was out here before.
Yeah, actually this outlet is better protected now than it used to be with the lip running on this. He's never had an incident of having water get down to the outlet.
Now let me ask you this: when I put the faucet in here, I was going to ask you about this. I had it.
Man, I stink like a polecat today.
This is the best one they make that has the best pressure. That's why I picked it. I tested all of them at Camping World, but the problem is with this one, it's probably going to have to go like that, just like I had it before, right? Instead of going like.
Well, I can't tell you how to configure it, Marshall.
Right.
It's goofy to have that sticking out now, but I can't tell you.
You mean to have it like that?
It's better to just, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, then that's going to be in the way of your sink. That's
well,
why.
it's
I tested all the faucets out, and this one had the best water pressure. So, the cheapest one. This was a $20 faucet, and this was the best shower head. I tested all of them out. I went to Camping World like 20 times. So, but I had it like this before.
Awesome,
I know it doesn't
Lucky.
look good, but you know.
A polecat is a southern talk for a skunk.
So, I think you've seen my videos of the pressure that
I
has,
have.
right?
I did. Yeah. I saw them.
I tested them all
I
out. Like
saw
I said,
it.
this was the best
saw it, man.
configuration.
I saw it, brother.
This cheap faucet and this shower head, which is a higher end one, had the best pressure. So, okay, so that'll work. Right there.
Hey, Nathan, how you doing? Tested. Well, we'll cut the holes later, pictures. It's all part of the plumbing. Cause I don't know. I mean, it seems to me you want to be on
this hardware with the sink. Looks like it came with these brackets too. Look at that. These metal brackets.
Are these mounting brackets?
I think, yeah. It came with those too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good.
This was a steal on the sink for
Oh, they got the, yeah. They got the wing
They got the
nuts
wing
and
nuts
everything.
too.
We got a
Well,
great
well,
deal for $10, yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That is really good news,
steal
man.
on this sink, man.
Woo, that's good news. I got all the wing nuts and clips.
Yep.
Great. That's excellent.
What
All right, now we can just, for this one, we can just outline in the,
Now when you, if these are the mounting holes, are you gonna cut to the, how are you gonna cut this one? Or
what do you mean, how am I going to cut it?
what I'm saying, are you gonna cut it from here or
This
here?
one is easy. All I have to do is lay on the outside, then go in probably an inch around the hole.
Okay.
I don't know about this back piece.
Yeah, because
See, this is weird here. You know?
which back piece?
Yeah, there's going to be very little flanging on this.
Okay.
Okay, that is really weird there. Okay.
No,
Everything else could go in.
does it matter how you
about
lay
an
it down? If you, because the stove is, you want to
Man,
make
everything matters.
sure. What I'm saying is that if you turn it over, does it matter which way you place it with the cut? Because the back end has got to be on this side. You see what I'm saying? Does it matter which way you lay it when you do the
No, but
lines?
look at how this isn't even offset though. They didn't even put this internal. They left that right. They didn't leave any kind of lip on there. Man, they left like 1/4 of an inch on the backside. So, you know, it's okay if they left that. So the thing to do, man, that's ridiculous on that. All right.
Front looks good, huh? With that.
Yeah, the front looks great. This is some really nice material here. I'm really glad we got the wing nuts and everything for mounting. They'll cinch down really good. This whole thing will go down on there. We don't want to crack or bust it. Nothing should ever be a really super tight. Shouldn't have to pound it off to get it off of there, okay?
I tell you this, I got a great deal on this kitchen thing. I got the stove for free. We got this for $10, and we got this thing here for literally with the trim 27 plus 14.
It's really a cheap. Our money
This
is
kitchen thing, I
basically run out on
really
this whole
saved a
deal.
lot of money
Yep.
on this. This could have cost me a lot of money.
Yeah,
But
so basically it's $40 for a full kitchen set. You still have to
really
return
lucked
that
out.
stuff to your friend in Florida. We still
Yep.
haven't returned it. So I'd like to, ideally you'd want this on a line with this.
But you got to open that glass plate in the back when
You
you're
know what I'm
cooking.
saying? But I can't put it too much.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, so we should put it a little forward.
You want to make sure that the plate will open, it won't hit the wall. The
I can't do it if I'm sitting it here,
okay.
Marshall. I have to assume it's going to work okay. All right.
you should flip it over and see where
This
you're-
is going to scratch the surface here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
How am I going to? If I'm sitting it on this piece
Okay.
here, how's that a help for me? Get me the blue tape, okay?
That right here. You need the pencil pen or something?
I don't know how it's going to be hooking up the propane either. Just because we have a right angle doesn't mean we're all free and clear on the whole deal. We have to bend a propane line, which I can't stand doing because the chances of kinking are about 100%. You got a better chance of being
Do you have to use those brackets too on
hit
the
by
sink?
lightning.
Yeah.
What brackets?
I mean, those little brackets that came with the sink, or you just use the nut, the wing nut?
I'm going to use the brackets, man.
You don't have a lot of screw though. That's the thing. It's so short.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I didn't design it, right? I mean, I didn't set the screw length for the thing, right? I didn't weld them on. I mean, you're looking at me like I gave short screws or something. If I had to counter bore below a little bit, I'd still have room to put the screws.
And open the glass and see what
Back the
right there. And we gotta be able to open
yeah,
the
that
glass.
should be okay there. That should be all right.
And the propane is coming this way, so if we got the right angle, I think it'll work out okay. I'm thinking.
Now it's not piezo, so you're gonna have to still, I didn't run any electric or anything for it, okay? So you said it didn't matter. You didn't want electric. You would just use that striker
Yeah, I don't need
to start it. So I think that's gonna be okay. So we don't have any clearance issues here. We've got
I wanted the reason that I wanted. I don't really want the piezo, but the reason that I wanted it was to make Mr. X jealous.
Well, you
'Cause I was gonna
chose
tell him,
not
hey, I
to-
got the
yeah,
piezo.
I know you chose not to have it, though, and that's fine.
Right.
So saved me another wiring job.
Yep.
And so there's no reason. I mean, the more forward this comes, the better, because well, the good thing is that glass is going to act like a heat. It's not going to let heat hit that thing. Okay.
That thing, yeah.
The heat's going to reflect off the glass.
The problem with this is when the heat rises and hits that cabinet. You see what I'm saying? Hits
Well,
that light.
I can't.
You know what they designed? What I need to do? I've seen some camper van manufacturers. They'll put a piece of glass and they'll screw it to the up above the cabinet. So when the heat goes up, from here, it hits that cabinet and it hits that light.
Well, it's still going to hit the light.
It's still going to hit the light. Yeah. That's just the way it is. They should have put. Coachman should have put that fan like Falcon.
Man,
did.
having rebuilt this coach, I could write a list of 100
List of
things that Coachman should have done building this van. Okay, we need the pencil, pen, and I got the pencil here. We need the measuring tape. Tell me about the Coachman build. I mean, good God. So much for the Amish hands.
Billion things that they shouldn't have done.
Yeah, just the
They
wall,
didn't do a lot of things that they should have done.
just the multiple walls of flame here with. What did I call this? The wall of flame over here, you know. And I don't mean hot chicken wings either, brother. I mean, how many fuses did you go through in this coach recently?
Yeah.
Guys like, man, just put a 30 amp in it, right? That's how coaches burn down. All right. There.
The thing is, people look at this, it looks expensive. They don't understand how lucky I got on this.
I got to get some kit that's got to go down in that area, so.
Okay.
We don't want it too far back. This spacing actually looks pretty good right here, Marshall.
The more forward, the better.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got room to open.
You're gonna have to put a hardy backer board here, and you're gonna put the tiles and.
I know, but we have to put another panel here.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, what are you gonna do over here?
We have to make a panel on here. Once we get the hardy
Yeah.
backer board down, and we get whether you're using tile or
Are you gonna
something.
attach the hardy backer board to this metal here, to the sheet metal here?
Yeah, and then we're gonna have to
Make
we're
another
gonna have to put a top panel strip that goes all the way down, or it's gonna look like HE-double-L on that. So.
It'll look really good with this edging here finished. And if we can get 2 more pieces out of it,
There's
one
really
for the
no
insert
reason we
here,
can't
and
use a pen here because it's only the edge anyway.
okay.
Nobody's going to see anything.
This was a steel on this.
Pen
This
isn't
whole-
going to work.
Oh really? I got the other one.
This pen is dead meat, man. Wasted my.
Try this one. Try my pen to give it back to me so we don't lose it. We keep on losing pens. Try this one. Will this one work?
God, that thick pen of yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another pen.
Just
for this
hold
one.
on a minute. Hold on, Marshall. Just bring it to me. I don't got time while you
Well, I was gonna get you a better pen for this.
scurry around with it, okay?
I don't think this is a good pen, but it's too fine. Do you get a level?
Nope. That's what you should get Mr. X for Christmas, though. Right? This doesn't work worth it.
All right, let me get you.
There was one on the ground, the blue and orange and silver one back there. Oh, God almighty. Oh, boy. Maybe this will work, I don't know. Mr. Rooter, huh? This is just going to be nibble, drop, nibble, drop, nibble, drop. Okay. First thing we're going to do is this back part has to be cut. I just can't believe that they didn't leave anything inside for the hinging at all. It's ridiculous. Here, I just have to look at it here, so let it sit there for a minute. Don't touch it. Just break the glass. Make sure I can see that. Okay. So the first thing to do is to take this thing in. Let's see. Let's take this thing in. Let's take this thing in 1 inch. 1 inch. See this back inch,
Am I writing down?
I don't know. This is just ridiculous. 1 inch.
So I can get these 4 screws to hold on.
Multiple levels to it. Alright, well, we'll just, I guess the first thing to do is go in an inch all around and then the fun begins. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, I'm done with that. So we have to remove this and take this out. We got to take the sink out. We got. We need to knock the sink out and put that in a safe place. Okay. I'm rocking the shades. Oh, that's funny, mouse toes. This thing's just sitting here.
Are you gonna, before you put this in, are you gonna have the stove and sink hooked up before you lay it in to drill it in, or are you gonna put the sink and stove after it's been hooked up?
What's hooked up?
Are you gonna put the countertop in there and then put the sink and stove?
Yeah, but I gotta dry fit the plumbing and all that crap,
Okay.
right? Let's take the rubber mallet and knock out the sink here. Always use your rubber mallet. Never use a hammer, okay? I've seen more people dent their stuff.
Remember, you got this edge here, so I don't.
Yeah, what did I say? I want to come in an inch first. With an inch, I can't really go wrong with this thing. Let's see. Okay. We need the pen inside. That pen in that level, and I don't know if the level is in there or not. Is the level in there, Marshall? Yeah, I like working with the edge on the level.
That thing is, you gotta get another one, huh? It's already out on you.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Be a shadow here. Say 1 inch in, right?
That's what you were saying.
And we can't go wrong as a starting point at 1 inch, then we can look underneath and see what we got to do. The worst thing we could do is overcut this
Overcut,
thing.
yeah.
There's no coming back from that.
And you can nibble off a little bit here and there.
Nibble, 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 man.
The old stove was pretty easy. It was like just a square, right? This one's...
This is not easy, this stove. This is more of a boat layout than an RV.
Yep. They had to use these stoves on the boats when they started using them on RVs. It's a $500 stove. I don't know why it's so much money.
Love you, Rosie.
Thank you. Who was it? He was very sweet. Thank you. Who was that? Who was that? I'm not sure who. 449. Thank you, Stacy's mom. Australian 449. Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. First thing I need to do is just get it in there and then just take it from there. That's all I can do. I don't like the back parts. We're going to have to cut out for those hinges, man. That's a whole different nightmare. That's really a mess the way that is.
Get one of those thick pencils, Rosie.
No, Marshall, this takes precision work, man. We just can't have crayon lines here, okay? This takes the real deal. Not finger paints or something. This is the real deal. This is expensive material we're talking about. The stove and this, and I. Frankly, frankly, I don't want to have to do it a second time, you know?
If you're oversized or better, then you can take a little bit
Well,
off.
as you can see what I've done, we laid the stove on the outside, and now I have an inside cutting area, and then we'll just nibble as be, okay? I'm not in any rush. I will round these as I cut it. I'm going to be spinning this material for it. First thing I'm going to do is make this cut, and I'm going to round around here. Okay?
We're going to spin it around to the
We're
left.
going to hold it right here.
You want me to hold it here, Rosie?
I got to change it to it. Do is round around that circle, okay? That square around here.
You want me to hold it on this side or that side?
This side would probably, since this is the back side, it's probably going to have to be cut, end up being cut almost all the way to the end to accommodate those hinges in the back. Did you see they left no relief on, they left no lip on the back? Now how does that work?
Let me hold it on the other side.
Yeah, wherever you need to hold
Wait
it
on
to
it.
stabilize it, I don't want to cut into the concrete.
All right, let me hold it.
Scoop and cut, huh? Yeah, that was a scoop and cut. Much more on the inside.
hit, are you?
No, I'm okay.
You want me to push this thing down?
No, I don't want you to push it down. Don't put any pressure on it at all. I'm only doing this back piece because we got nothing. The hinges are come from this side now.
Okay.
Alright, what we need to do is swing this material around. Not going to give you much of a holding area, but you're going to have to do the best you can do.
Okay. You're gonna come from here?
I don't know, we're going to put it on, try to put it on this other one. Try to sit it across like this, man, you can move the saw. Don't lose my lipstick there, okay?
You're gonna cut from here?
Yeah, I'm going to stand here and cut
Which
this.
way you want me to hold it, that side or this?
Just put pressure down back over here. Okay?
I'll be able to save this piece for a filler here. I'm gonna go that way.
Yep.
See what.
Yeah, what a job is right. Like a damn Punch and Judy show.
What do you need now, Rosie? The stove?
Sink?
The stove?
I mean the stove.
Dust in that propane line there.
Marshall, I've got to set this in, okay?
Yeah, I know.
I'm not worried about a little bit of dust.
If it gets in
You
there,
know, propane line. Go ahead and clean it off then.
that'd be a huge problem. Let me just.
This will take forever now. are we looking like? I want to make sure it's not going to drop through to the ground.
Oh,
Marshall.
okay.
Okay. I'm going to let my fingers go now.
He's got the hinges ready.
All right, let's take it in the van. Go on, put the top in the van. Actually, let me think a minute. Let me oversize that one sinkhole too, okay? Bring that thing. Sit that down.
I think it was that one, right? That was the one. Pop it on
Let's pop it in the van. We'll put the try mounting up the sink
and it's so much lighter weight now.
and we took out all the material. Really, we're operating at genius level today. Woo! All right.
Oh man, what a job, man.
Well, we're trying to do precision work here, Marshall, so we don't waste a $27 countertop.
Get you the. First, you want the stove, right?
Yeah, I want to put the sink in because that's going to take the most pounding here. Okay.
So you're just doing a dry fit?
Yeah, I'm dry fitting everything, and then I got to check out for the plumbing. So.
It looks great here on the front. If we would have went the mellowing that you recommended,
Oh, I know, Marshall.
I don't think it would have looked as nice here on the front with this.
I was the one that decided to go back to the kitchen department and look at this material. Remember? Not you.
Gotta give you the credit, I don't know.
Yep. Can't give it to you.
All right.
You were ready to put aluminum foil on top and call it good. How you doing, Jen?
Isn't the sink in the van on the bunk top? It's on the top there, right?
Man, I don't know.
Isn't it up there?
I don't see it
I
up
don't
here.
think oh. I don't think I took it out.
As Charles Dickens said, reduce the surplus population, right, in A Christmas Carol. Jacob Marley, reduce the surplus population. How we doing on the sink, Marshall?
I got it right here. Oh man!
See how much better that fits in
Yeah.
there? All right, let's carefully try the glass. At least it won't hit the ground. The horrors of the stove.
You got those hinges that.
Yep.
The hinges are.
Pretty
See
good
if you
right
can open
here.
the glass.
Yeah, of course you can. This is meant to slightly elevate the edge above the.
Right.
Okay, looks pretty good.
So you don't have to. I don't think you can cut out anymore for the.
No, I'm looking at the edge.
For the hinges the hinges are relieved, right? You can open the hinges.
Well, I have to take a look. I have to take a look here. I kind of like the lay of this thing right now.
There's a little bit of a gap here. I don't know if you just push it all the way back.
Where?
Right there, there's
I'm
a
not,
gap.
man. I'm over here. I'm not on that. I already told you we're setting the backer board there. Okay. The backer board's going to go down behind there.
Where are you going to fasten this
Could you
thing
stop talking about different stuff?
at? Okay.
I'm working on this right now. All right.
Okay.
This lip is meant to ride up a little bit here. These are right down on the screwing surface right here, okay? All right.
All right, let's see the way this looks here from the bottom. What about the
Looks good.
propane? Show them what it looks like with the glass down.
Yeah, I'm just showing all aspects of the way it is. Thank you, J Money. Yeah. So there it is. That's all pretty much installed. And they got two levels here.
What kind of screws do you think we need to use for that?
Well, you just look at the internal, some nice pre-drill, some nice, four nice stainless screws here.
Oh, yeah.
Should be fine.
Well, you put those things down, it's going to bring the or it'll be a little
They
bit
have to go
raised.
down level, right? It has to go down level. Don't ask me why. There must be something on the boat design.
I'm thinking they might have a rubber gasket.
You're one hell of a good person, Rosie, for all that you do to help others up. Much love, Purple Heart, peace dove, folded hands.
Is that Cab? Was that Cab 7? Thank you, Cab. If that was you, I love Cab 7.
I think that
I'm so glad he didn't. Yeah, Cab 7. Thank you very much, Cab. I'm so glad you didn't decide to leave YouTube. What a horrific night. Although I wasn't around for the stream, what a horrific thing to think that you weren't going to be somebody positive was leaving YouTube. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Well, Marshall,
I think they make a
where's
rubber.
your drawer now?
Oh, it's up there.
We got to make sure this is going to work, this track.
Right.
This is the real horror here.
Yeah.
That works just fine.
That was a relief.
Oh, yeah? You think it was a bigger relief for you or for me?
Well, I don't want to deal with. I mean, I'm glad that. Now the only thing is the propane line is going to be.
Now, what we need to do is establish a backer here, and then we have to fit another panel finish strip that goes
blue
down
on
there.
white, same thing.
Blue on with the white buttons,
coming,
exactly.
so
And it needs to go all the way down because I got nothing here. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. We got nothing down that area, so.
Right.
I'm calling it today because my elbow is on fire, so I can't do anything else.
So you don't have to do any more cutting on this. You're done with the cutting on the stove.
Yeah, there's nothing else to lower this. This is going to hit the. This is. Let's see here. There's really nothing more to do except this is really designed. See, this is designed to have screws that go down and have the same catching below.
For the, you mean it's not designed?
Yeah, like these clips.
Oh.
This stove had mounting clips for it with steel screws that went through.
So do you think
Because it's supposed to capture some blocks below, the blocks that you screw and tighten, and the blocks keep it in place. Okay.
Oh.
I mean, it's not going anywhere, but what I'm saying is, all right, it's designed.
Yeah.
Okay.
How come why does it? Why can't it be
Because
flush?
it's the design of the thing.
Oh,
Now,
it's the
if I try to cut it any more flush, I'm going to come so far up to the edge here.
You're not going to be able to have a mounting surface.
I'm not going to be able to have a mounting surface.
Right.
Okay.
I see what you're saying, yeah. It's better to leave it that.
It's better to have it also so it's easy. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when I look at, man, I don't want to cut any. I mean,
Anything? Yeah. There's not much. Yeah, but.
I could cut a little more off, but then we start red zoning it.
Yeah,
you know.
You're better off just being on the safe
And they don't
side.
leave. They didn't leave any margin for error on this thing. And we can take that foam material and put it down, and then mount this on top of that too. So, you know.
Yeah. Let me see the way it looks in there.
Let's put this door on now. I hope we have the mounting screws for this.
Red door.
Yeah, I'm not going to play this game again like
One
the
of them
cabinet.
is. There's 3 of them on there.
Yeah, let's get the Ryobi. It should be charged. Go get the thing out of it. Well, I got this. Never mind. I like to set these by hand. So
You need one more screw though.
I know. It should be up here, right? Weren't there 4?
Yeah, it
There's
should
one
be
more up
over.
here too.
I got another one for my blue boxer.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh. We can always cut some more out of that, Marshall, but darn, there's not much margin on that.
Yeah,
I'd rather let it ride up
Ride
slightly
the way it is.
than to have.
That's what it, yeah. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Exactly the way I feel about it.
Yeah. The whole point is just having it secure. I don't really care if there's a
Well,
little
I'm
bit.
just saying, right now it looks good, it's functional,
Yeah.
it looks beautiful. And I'm saying if we start nibbling away and one side starts to have a gap, then we're screwed.
Then you're screwed, yep. You're better off leaving it just the way it is. I'm thinking a piece of black marine rubber that we could stick on there that would give it a little
Well,
finisher, I
anything
guess.
exactly will give it some cushioning
Yeah,
to it,
some
it'll
cushioning.
be fine.
Yep.
We have some white gasket material, but you
I
probably
don't,
want black.
the black, the black would.
We just have to, we still need to trim out the corners and everything,
Yep.
and mount the heater vent thing, but basically the van
see
is
that.
really about done.
Yeah,
More trim out work to do, and put the curtains up and trim out the floor.
we got enough material too to make
More
make
panels. We got to make some more panel material.
let's see if this. I'm just trying to see if this will. Oh, you were talking about.
That has to be beveled at a 45 degree,
Oh, I see.
angle to go on.
Hey, this will look great with a little counter extender here. With this, look
Yeah.
really nice with that.
But
Get
the
rid
cut
of the-
wasn't real good, Marshall. The cut was rough just to,
But this could be used as a cutting board too, right?
yes. But I'm not sure if I think you could, but I would never recommend cutting on
Yeah,
Formica.
probably. Just
You
have
know?
it as a countertop. Yeah, that's really nice. This stuff, I really lucked out on this stuff. This is really gonna come out good for me here.
Yeah.
You know what? This stuff would have been nice for even a dinette table, don't you think? This
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. We still have to put the edging on this. We have to heat up the iron. We got the adhesive and all that.
I'm
You
thinking as
understand,
cheap as this
remember?
stuff is.
Remember, we haven't done that. We got to do the edging.
Hey, do you think as cheap as this stuff is, I
Hello?
should buy another sheet? Huh?
Hello.
What? Hello. I have an idea. As cheap as this stuff is, isn't it better to buy another sheet for $27 and cut it out for the dinette table? Wouldn't that be nice to match? So cheap, or is it too heavy? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it heavy?
Yeah. Well.
Is it wide enough? Does it come in the ship? Is
Yeah, I
the
don't
sheet
know.
wide enough? I don't know. This
What's this
thing
stuff?
has to be secured. We got to still 2 hours of work ahead to finish this off. So
Yeah. You mean securing it with the screws in the bottom,
yeah,
right?
and then we have to put the trim on the bottom for the
Yeah.
floor molding. Now we're down to pure detail stuff now.
Yep.
We have to wipe down everything and put
The poly on them.
before we poly. We have to go over it with the Howard's Restore, get it good, and then wipe it down and then poly it all over. This refrigerator door needs to be cleaned.
Yeah.
There's a lot of detail stuff that needs to be done here.
The white AC cover looks really nice
Yeah,
now.
that looks
Much better
really
than it was.
beautiful. Yeah.
I'm so glad I got rid of all those old fixtures. I was
Yeah.
thinking I could. Eventually, I probably want to get rid of that thing too up there. I hate that little vent thing.
What, the hand drive?
Yeah, I can put.
I always hated that.
I hate that
It
thing,
just
man.
broke off. It was so crappy.
Yeah.
Should be metallic. Okay, that's good. Woo! All right.
Yeah, that's great as a countertop, right?
Yeah,
there.
we can cut that.
Cut that.
But that has to be bevel cut.
Yeah.
You know, in other words, the saber saw has to be set at a 45-degree angle so it won't fall into the thing.
And then you'd have to do the measurement from the inside.
Yeah.
That was great right there. The countertop extender. I'm thinking, hey, this one you could. There's no obstruction here where you can make this as long as you want, right? As long as it goes down here.
Yes, you can, but it has to be supported by the hinging, material here.
Yeah, if you make it as
And
long,
we have to put brown finish. You know, there's no alternative, but it would look good.
Yeah,
it looks better than the white.
Oh yeah, looks great.
Well, I don't know what this is for. This is standard.
For mica, it's for mica.
For mica,
Yeah.
you know, it sure as heck's better with Coachman. Also, show you guys in the back. We did the band. We got all the panels installed. Fit up real good. Get them to fit to the contours was a big job on here. So we're waiting for the white buttons to come in now.
I got white there.
Yeah, it's
blue
nice.
buttons coming in, so. And I guess all the door panels I could replace them, put white on them. I got almost 100 buttons.
Yep. So
But,
we're in good shape. We got to get all this dust off and do all the refinishing. The last big thing we got, we can put the dinette in now and get that mounted. The power converter box. We can stop tripping over that thing. We have to make sure this isn't going to score the floor. We've been very careful not to step on screws or nails here to dig in. And then we're going to put the window surround up too here. So, and I think you're going to use 5 white buttons on that, 4 corners. Actually, your would you say your curtain holder goes on that?
yeah, my curtain holder.
Yeah, so that's it.
The only other
The white buttons for the covers on here for kind of a snazzy trim look. It's looking good, Marshall. Huh?
Yep.
He also, Marshall covered the bolster too. Recovered that and put that on.
Got to put the doghouse cover on. I got white buttons for that. The blue doghouse cover that's going to go on. And then I think we'll have time to do this job here too.
Yeah, I got about, you know, the detail work is fun now, so I don't care about that. Closet's going to be a hanging.
Huh? What you
Oh yeah, I did the.
Yeah, you should come out here and show them.
Yeah, I did the mitering of the step to go out of the van there, and then we're going to put the metal edging around in the kitchen too. I think that turned out pretty good. That's a nice detail.
Yeah, really nice. Yep. With these stainless steel screws here.
Yep. So. That'll really protect that edge that we have on that step there.
I got some of this stuff left here. I don't know if we can use it for anything. Maybe we could use it for that.
Well, we'll find
for the kitchen.
We need to cut it. We can now cut our corner piece here, and yeah, we're good to go.
Tell you what, I lucked out on this material though. I lucked out on the sink. I lucked out on the stove. This kitchen almost cost me nothing.
Well, that's what I mean.
I got lucked out. I got a break on that.
Now we do have factory edging. I don't know how much we're going to put on. This might end up. We might actually end up using that. Where's that T material, Marshall? You might have to cut out.
Actually,
this might actually work on the edge here.
Actually,
okay.
might have enough. Yes.
Yeah.
Long, yeah.
That might look pretty good on there. Might. You could actually take that thing back and get your money back on it.
Well, it's pretty nice stuff, this stuff. Brown. What are you going to put as trim over here? Just the corner stuff?
Well, I've got my corner material.
What about down there? Are you gonna?
Yeah, same thing. I'm gonna drop a corner piece right down there. So
the non-metal or just wood?
The wood. That's a big job mitering all those corners.
Yep.
So looking good. Boy, it's nice to look into that coach and see a new kitchen, isn't it? Man, that's unbelievable. Man, you got a pot roast to cook on, on Saturday.
What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to. Do we look up any recipes for it?
She bought the mix. I think
you're
just
supposed to use
the Pride of Baltimore.
Do you put wine in there too, though?
Yeah, I think she said put wine in.
I think so.
The Pride of Baltimore,
Are
man.
you gonna make it in the Dutch oven?
Yeah, I think.
Well, I'll let that.
I have a crock pot too, but I don't think I do have a big crock pot. It's a 5-quart or 6-quart job.
I think it'd be better just in the Dutch oven, right? I don't know.
Hey,
Brown
cute
everything?
kitty.
Brown everything up.
Well, let's get the tools put away tonight,
Okay.
Marshall. We got a lot to do.
You don't need the
Yeah, I'm
sauce.
gonna rough in the plumbing tomorrow. Get that done. Yeah, Mouseto said a roast in a crock pot is always tender. So
It takes well.
I might just be drinking on Saturday then while that's cooking. That's looking pretty good. The flooring and everything now. What a long road, Marshall, huh? I guess we'll use that good edge for that. Maybe we'll use the brown for the back, yeah. Because we got the nice piece that we iron on to the side up there.
Yeah. And we might need another one for this, or if we have any
I don't know
left,
if
I might
we
have to
have
pick up another one.
Well,
if we make this one to put the edges on that, and then put the edging on this one, I need to pick up another
thank you,
strip.
Paul. I think it turned out pretty nice.
Show 'em
Looking pretty good, yeah. I mean, compared to what rolled into here, and we're going to put the dinette
Show 'em
in.
the AC cover that it's white.
Yeah,
up there.
Marshall painted the, well, actually I painted, he took it down. We redid the AC cover, so that would look nice and clean.
A lot of the stuff in the coach was yellow. The fixtures were yellow. Now they're white. They're the new style LEDs with the panel. I mean,
Exactly. So I think I will have earned my trip to Las Vegas, don't you, Marshall? Yeah, Rosie, absolutely. You should go have a great time. Don't think about anything.
The old saying, you've earned your keep.
You earned your keep. Drink, drink, drink.
It's time for you to
Thank you, JK.
enjoy life.
Much appreciated, JK. That means the world coming from you with the quality of the work that you do.
Oh, man, what a job.
Whew.
Man, it looks great.
Pretty soon you'll be moving your stuff in. It'll be your first night in the back here. We put the water tank in today too and remounted that on here. Got that strapped in real good.
We need to test the water system.
Yeah, we need to test the water system, but I can't do that till the plumbing. We also need to
test the propane system.
lock this up. Yep.
We need to test the propane system on the fridge, on the furnace, and on the stove. There's still a lot of testing going on.
Yeah, we know that, Marshall. That's why we need the shakedown trips, the overnighters, the Petaluma, and some other things, okay?
Yeah. And, yep, this, what else? You got to do
Well,
this.
the closet, we're going to have to put some rings to hang a cloth that's going to have some Velcro or something that captures that.
Yep, we're going to...
there's no budget to buy a $50 3/4 inch sheet of plywood to cut a door for that, so that it is what it is. Yep. Yeah, the Marshall cleaned up the AC cover.
Yeah, if you look at
looks good, doesn't
white.
it? Then we painted, got a $4 can of spray paint, 2 coats.
Yeah. It
looks good.
It looks much better than before with the white. It looks great. Man, with this finishing over here.
Yeah, please don't block anybody. Thank you, Mr. X. Don't be blocking. Thank you, Dave.
Mr. X doesn't block anybody.
But if it's mouse, well, I'm saying mouse.
accuse
I
him.
have total confidence in Mouse Toes is a wonderful and Jen and.
He times people out, and
Is the use by date still good Saturday for that rose? I don't know. Tomorrow's Thursday. I guess we could do it tomorrow night. I don't know. You know, what are you thinking, Marshall? We'll have to. The ACs work, Steph. The guy did the braze the copper on that and sealed up the unit, so it's working.
we gotta make that little thing for the speaker, right? The piece of wood.
Yeah,
that
we
holds
have to figure that out. That's really lousy. That we didn't have. You're missing the grill ring on that. Thank you,
Yep.
Kim.
it.
How you doing, Kimberly?
We got a lot of testing to do, though.
I know. Every system's got to be tested, Marshall. All the electrical. You have to be careful with the electrical. Putting the. I hate to put the dinette in and out because the chances of snapping wires and things
Yep.
over there.
We got to do
That was
another
a nice-
test run of things and make sure it's all running. Yeah, I think maybe a little piece
Oh,
of
thank you, Craig. Much appreciated.
a piece of stick-on black marine stuff, or brown. If you could find brown, it'd be even better to match the thing here, and then we would just kind of give it a little
Yeah.
filler. It looks good from here.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's
I'd rather
made to have those long machine screws that go down and they capture wood blocks below it that hold it
Oh,
at
is
four
that what it is?
corners.
Yeah.
But we don't have the wood blocks. It could be that they were built into the cabinet on the boats. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
This is the burner for the bigger pot.
Yeah.
Because the way I don't like the design of this. I wish it would.
Well,
maybe
there's, look,
just
man,
work.
it was free. What do you want?
Yep.
If somebody gives me something for free, I'm doing handstands. I'm so happy. Okay? Money is tight in this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Money is gone. Yeah, Van crock pot would be good as you drive. Some people do that. They sit it in the sink and they'll put
Put it on 12 volts.
put it on 12 volts and they'll take bungee cords to hold it in position.
I guess we'll have to put a finisher.
Yeah, this turned out good. Marshall's looking forward to the cinematic end video.
She's showing this edge here, how nice this looks.
Yeah, the edge on that. Yeah.
You don't see
Very
these.
nice
You don't
edge.
see this kind of a countertop in a camper van. These are made for homes.
Right.
Usually it's a different style. This looks really good over here. For a
Yeah,
great
that's
budget.
it, Dick. What do you want for free? Your money back? I love that. That's it.
Oh, this was.
So we'll have to cut a piece for this. Doesn't matter here, but cut a piece for going down here.
You got a lot of attachment points here too.
Yeah, so that's good. We
Run
need
this
to cover
thing.
that off.
So you're gonna run the board, the backer header board. from
I don't
there,
know,
too?
Grease, but you know, I apologize. It happened, but I never ever second guess my moderators. If you start doing that, you're not going to have moderators. These people put a tremendous amount of time into this channel, and I am grateful. So, honest to goodness, I don't ever second guess their. Well, that's what I'm saying, Missy. I'm not second guessing anything. Okay, that's why we have moderators, right? So I can work here, and they can monitor the channels. So. I think tomorrow, yeah, there are excellent mods here. I think that tomorrow we'll do the rough-in. I think I have some PVC. I got a whole plumbing box in there of crap. So, but I think my PVC welding. I mean, PVC crap is so cheap. I'm just saying, but I think my PVC joiner cement is lousy.
Is that one in right there, or is that washer?
Which one?
The washer's kind of.
Yeah, it's all in, man.
Oh, okay. See, the washer's kind of raised. A little
Yeah, I have it on an angle for a lot of holding power on it. If I push it down, it's going to crush the tank, but I want to keep it under. Keep it under there. This used to be a vent, Patricia. For the gray tank or black tank down here, And they didn't even bother capping the bottom with a vent. So I put an action vent cover on the back.
That's a vent
Marshall
for the
slept
gray
over
tank.
top of that with an incredible amount of stink for years coming up from the gray tank.
Right.
It smelled so bad I almost vomited in here.
This is
That
for the
should have
gray
been
tank.
capped off. Now it has what's called an action vent. It only opens to vent when there's something going down the sink or down the toilet. So that's capped off now. But this is where he was going to put, which I don't agree with.
Actually,
Put-
this was for the black tank because there used to be.
well, the black tank. So it's whatever it is, it stinks like a mofo. So
Oh, that thing goes to the gray tank. I don't know if it was for the gray tank or black. It had to be for the black tank, I guess.
well, it's a gray tank because man, it still smells. The gray. You got rid of the black tank. Oh, I would be smelling the road just outside air.
Yeah. Yep. So, anyways. Well, what are we going to do tomorrow then? We're going to continue working on this kitchen. And
Yeah, I want to finish the kitchenette. I want to get drilling. First, we got to roughen the. We're going to need to get some. We're going to silicone underneath of that sink, I think. This material should be good for about 10 years. This kitchen, and for $27, what the heck, you know? It was a good deal, right?
For $27, you can't beat it.
I mean, that was the deal of the century. But now that's all capped off. It has an action vent that I've mounted on top of that, which is a perfectly legal way to vent. I have them on top of the shine shack because the neighborhood stinks so bad here, the sewer system. I had to put a couple action vent caps up on there. They only open when the shower's draining or the toilet is flushed. They keep the smell from coming out.
What a day.
What a day. So you want to start packing up the tools, Marshall?
Okay. All right. We got Sawzall back in there. I wanted to make my own quick video before I lose daylight.
Oh, thank you, Contrast. Says I enjoyed it. It was a good live stream last night. I'm hoping to live stream tomorrow night. I don't think Marshall will want to go, which is okay. I mean, I don't force people to do anything, but I do like to go out a couple nights a week and have a couple beers. So, you know, probably do something different. Maybe go down to Petaluma tomorrow. This flooring really went down nice, didn't it? We were able to put that all the way to the back. This is really a simple coach when you get right down to it, right? Yeah, thank you, Evil. Yeah, last night was pretty cool. So we're going to be very careful we're not stepping on anything on the floor here. I like that it's got the task lighting up here now. Oh, thank you, Brary. Another great day of building. Great job, Rosie. Thank you, Brary. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friend. This was donated by a longtime supporter of Marshall's. This sink we picked up for $10 at the Santa Rosa Flea Market in October, the first weekend I think Marshall came. And this countertop material was $140 and it came out to be $27. So the whole thing's $37 plus free for all of this. So $37.
Another great day of building. Great job, Rosie.
I appreciate that very much. It means a lot to me. So I'm hoping maybe Marshall will go down to Petaluma tomorrow and we can grab something to eat down there. He might have lost sound. Thank you, Brary. Now Marshall did buy me dinner last night, and I was very appreciative for that. So if we go down to Petaluma tomorrow, I would like to take him down there. Yep, so things are going along pretty good. Things are pretty good. We got to get this counter secured down. Stove and everything. And of course, given last night, Petaluma is not as savage as Santa Rosa is. Yeah, good deal, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the entire kitchen for $37. Can you believe it? This was, I still got some trim out to do on the corners, but this was the most budget-friendly aspect of the whole deal. We still have to overcoat everything with polyurethane and give a good protective coat. Cabinets and everything. Everything's got a lot of dust on it from before. So yeah, we're gonna have a backsplash. It's either gonna be a hardy backer board or a piece of sheet steel. We've taken care of all the shorts. We moved all the control panels, the rocker panel switches have all been moved out of this area now. So we can put a nice backsplash here without worrying about without any problems at all. So I think a nice piece, if we could get a piece of brushed nickel that had the swirls on it, that would look really nice on there. That would look really good. So well, I don't want to have the I don't want the polyurethane to spill all over. And then I think we have some more of this material to put up here. I think the little rails in the back and everything. So there's still a lot of stuff to do. And we got to put up the lights too. The LEDs, the ghetto lights in here. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you. And I might actually end up making 4 new corner holes for this mounting, Marshall, as opposed to the interior ones. I don't know. We'll have to hook up the, figure out the propane. We have to bend that line. That's going to be a brute. We have to put the 90-degree in there. The 90-degree elbow, pardon the pun, on there. Yeah, soft copper is very tricky to bend. That and steel brake lines are a nightmare too. Most people end up destroying multiple sets of them. Marshall, I want to put the after we get the plumbing in, I want to get the dinette set. Get the dinette set in. I need to get that bolted, get the bolting configurations for that. We'll need to go under the coach again and double check about where I'm drilling down for bolts.
I thought we were going to go to the kitchen tomorrow.
Well, we are, but I don't know how much time that's going to take. If we get to it, we'll get to it. We still got a center cut for the faucets and all that, but I don't want to mount the faucet because I'll be hitting them coming in and out and all that. We'll be trying to swing the dinette past faucet handles and everything, right?
I don't know, whenever you're ready to do whatever. I mean, I've got to cut the cushions out though.
Well, you should probably get started on that tonight.
On the cushions?
Yeah, can you cut them?
Well, I don't know if that bread knife will do it, or if I got to get an electric knife.
Well, the bread knife will be fine. Yeah. I got that iron for $4 at the thrift store yesterday.
Be careful with cutting that because it's expensive material.
Hey man, I have every confidence in you, brother.
I don't want to make any mistakes on that because it's almost $500 for that stuff. With the cushions and foam.
Well, you're the man. You're the foam man. Yeah, I'm gonna have a beer. Electric knife slices clean. Yeah, they said the electric knife, Marshall. Mouse Toe said the electric knife slices clean.
I never seen one anywhere.
Electric knives, they're in homeware, man. I saw that look on your face. Woo!
Daddy got that for me.
He's like, man, let me tell you, brother. This is a Patricia Wakefield special right here, baby. Woo! Awesome sauce. That's the Patricia Wakefield special. Hi, SNP. Cheers. Oh, I'm so happy I'm retired and can just drink myself to oblivion. Yay. First beer on the counter.
You don't want to lose these. These metal trim nails, we need to keep them in here so that's stuff.
Oh, there's nothing like that first beer. Oh, that's good. Drink one for you, Jen. Yay! Thanks for being here today, Jen. I appreciate it. Thank you, Maggie. You're very sweet. We're basically, yeah, gets the taste buds gone, Evil. I'll tell you, it's good. And I'm really glad that we got all this blue material around the van too. Can't believe what a road it's been with electrical, carpentry, everything is. Yeah, I'm pretty worn out today. Charlene, granite would be too dangerous in a, I would never recommend granite for a motorhome. If you were in an accident, you take the mass of that countertop under the stress of accident at 55 miles an hour, that will tear off the side, rip the plumbing out and everything, and that granite will come forward to the passenger seat and basically take the passenger's head off and go through the front windshield. This is a relatively light Formica covered composition board, which will be fine. It's well sealed, and it'll have the edging put on it. It would crack over the road, and it just would be too dangerous. So, what's up, Gio? How you doing? Yeah, it's a much safer option. I always think about in an accident, what's gonna rock it forward and cause a lot of damage. Well, the microwave will now be, you know, we changed out the cabinets, cut the cabinets in half, so now we have a room to actually put a microwave up there. But in the event of an accident, that'll just hit the cabinet there. So that'll be all right. Thanks, Deb. So try to basically finish up the kitchenette tomorrow. I got to replumb the drain here, and we got to do the gas hookup, and then figure out how we're going to hook down that stove top. It's a very cooktop. It's a non-traditional mounting. I'd actually like to put 4 new nice stainless screws on the corners on the outside versus the inside there. You know. I guess I could put some butterfly toggles to hold it into place too, so, but it'd be nice. So now we're cleaning up our tools for the day. I don't like to work past 5 p.m. So I'm hoping next week we'll be on the road for an overnighter. Yes, it does contrast. It has a toilet and a bathroom, yes. That's a good beer. That is a good beer. It was free beer courtesy of Patricia Wakefield. That was so wonderful. Well, I need to do the finished plumbing. We need to hook the stove up. I'm probably gonna have to get some butterfly bolts to secure the stove down. We need to trim out the floor. We need to get this backer board here. I'd like to find a piece of stainless steel somewhere and just swirl it and make it look fancy and just hook the darn thing on. You know, that would look pretty sweet as a backsplash there. You know, if I could get a piece of metal that's just swirled and just cut it and mount it on top of a backer board or something, that would be great. And then put a piece of finished trim on there. That'd be pretty awesome. And then hang up the curtains. Get the foam cut for the dinette. Yeah, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Yes, I know stainless is sky high, but sometimes I luck out around the area. I know a couple machine shops and crap and a couple sheet metal shops, so stainless fabricators. Sometimes they have a piece of metal they can put on an English wheel and just put a little bit of a curve in it. You know, otherwise we're going to go with the tile backsplash over there, which might be pretty cool anyway. Yeah, stainless steel prices are absolutely insane, especially for 314 or whatever it is. You got the 18.8 and then you got the 3 something stainless, which is the really high nickel component stainless. So 18.8 is the garden variety, and then I think you got the 314 stainless, which is really the high end stuff. So it's, you know, the thing that amazes me about the build is that the van, there's so much more storage in here now underneath of the bed back there. You got the closet, you got the upper storage, you've got a whole dinette seat here to store stuff underneath of, and it just looks a lot cleaner than it used to be. It looks a lot more spacious than that. With the jackknife sofa, you couldn't even open up the refrigerator when you had the bed open at night. I mean, I had an 88, a year older than Marshall. I had an 88, the first little rascal, and that used to bother me at nighttime. If I wanted to get something to drink, you couldn't get it out of the refrigerator because you couldn't open the door. So now I would have appreciated having a bed in the back. Man, that would have been so nice to pop out of the bed in the back. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, I do. I always love stainless steel. Yes, a sheet metal shop, that would be pretty cool. I mean, sometimes I can find some scrap stuff. I'm nice to people, and they can give a little bit of a bend on that. That would be really good. Swirl that a little bit, put a little bit of swirl on it, get a wire brush, a wire wheel, and swirl that. That would really look beautiful on there. Of course, we're not that lucky. we have to make do. Oh boy, man, oh man. Yeah, I'd recommend anybody, please respect the moderators in the in my chat here. They have a free hand to run the chat however they want, and I have never once in all the time ever contacted one of them and asked them to undo anything at all. So just be aware of that. Okay, so I only mention that once a week or so because I get people write me that are madder than you know what, madder than a wet hen. But what can I do? So you're not going to have moderators if you start second guessing how they run the chat. So I only say that not to piss anybody off, but just tell you the realities of things. Yeah, you could use it for spices, TNR. If you saw the other side, I rebuilt it over there. And but it has a little bit of gold here. But there's he doesn't have any more of the gold on that. So tomorrow we'll be able to hook the propane up. We'll be able to try the house heater too. We have not used any propane here at all because you can't turn it on because the stove's not hooked up, and everything has to be under pressure. We have to bubble test everything so we don't have an explosion. I always worried about explosions here and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you, Nathan. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah. Don't forget your gang connections. Yeah, without the gold, it wouldn't look good, but I don't have the gold for the side. I don't know. You know? Although I told Marshall we need to save every piece. He's like, I just want to burn this and throw this away. I'm like, dude, save everything that we strip off the van. Everything. Everything that we take off the van. Don't throw anything away. So, you know, it is what it is, right? So, everything in appearance is all about details and details. But he's got plenty of storage up front. Every leak has been solved. The huge catastrophic leak that destroyed the Mouse Toes remembers the disgusting underneath of the refrigerator where the water was so bad it ate away the wood under there. So, hey, Bean, how you doing, sweetie? Marshall, I guess we can put some butterfly toggle bolts down here. I don't know.
Butterfly toggle bolt?
Yeah.
Where at?
You know, because they used a different mounting system on the Marine. I don't know what they did. He pulled this out. There must have been some blocks underneath that held this into position. Well, I'm just saying, if I have some of the butterflies, you know, the things that spread from below, tighten them. They're good with the stands. So just put 4 on and it's done. So we got to hook up the, because I want to use the existing holes. Well, maybe I'll make outside. Nah, I want to use the existing ones because you close up this and you don't see them. You know what I'm saying? If I put them outside, then you're going to see, yeah, and everything else is all clean. Why do I want to mount anything on the outside? I want everything obviously on the inside. So I'm thinking tomorrow if we go to Petaluma, go a little earlier in daylight, people can see something, and then we can get some Middle Eastern food or something down there. They got that good, you know. I don't know, you know. It's a thought, or I'll just go myself. It's okay. I'm not here, but you know.
I'm not sure how that thing was mounted. I don't know.
Well, I say we put some butterfly bolts below with some screws through here, and they're going to open up below and then tighten it, and it's going to hold it in position. Right, the big thing is we've got to bend this propane line here.
That's the.
Yeah, that's the real bugaboo.
Well,
I hate to bend.
You want to look at it? Just
no, I don't even want to think about it today because it'll piss me off tonight.
Yeah,
so
just worry about it tomorrow.
And if I get pissed off, I'm not going to be in a good mood tonight. And I just think it's going to be a daunting task to get that in there. And I've got to do the finished plumbing over here for the drain system. So.
Well, you can.
I'm gonna need to get some. I need to get some ABS cement. I don't have any good. You know, the stuff you use for hooking the plastic pipe together. I don't have any, so mine's all dried out and everything. So we have to go down to Pace Supply tomorrow and pick up what we need. Otherwise, this is good. We got to wipe everything out. We got to wipe everything down. Use the Howard's Restore and then go over it all with the polyurethane. So okay, I don't want to have to do that again. I'm thinking, where are we going to get a piece of metal that we can swirl for the back piece here? Where can we get a piece of stainless somewhere? You know? Wouldn't that look good? Swirled stainless with little swirled circles on it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know where.
I think we should stop by a stainless fabricator and see if they have a sheet of even a few dollars to, you know, any kind of scrap that they could just cut as shear as an end piece.
Good size,
We could bend it a little bit and mount it on there. And swirl it a little bit and make it look a little fancy. We don't have to worry about short circuits anymore.
Yeah.
We've moved all of the electrical, yeah. Now we still have to put the, are we in a position now where we can put the LEDs in? Have we reached that point now?
Yeah, I think we're ready to finish hooking those up.
So I'd like to think by Sunday, man, we're like basically done, and then next week we can do an overnighter or something, give it, you know, test systems and see how it's going to work. You could maybe cook a meal or outdoor stove, test out the dinette, see how it is, do a hangout, see how it's just check the functionality of it.
Yeah.
But I've determined this lip is not made to go flush here. This is meant to pull below and just pull the top into this position, okay? All right. Okay, so we'll need to get four butterfly toggles here to get this. I'll have to check my inventory of plumbing stuff tomorrow to see what I know. I don't have any cement that's good, it's viable on here, so.
The toggle bolts have to fit into that hole that's already there.
Yes, that's right. The
That's
toggle
another
bolts
thing.
go down because I don't want to make new holes. I might have to enlarge these slightly, but I'm not going to make, you know, I'm going to use some pan head stainless on a 4-inch stainless to go down here and capture the butterfly.
Or just a thin
toggles.
long bolt with nuts.
Well, remember, I don't have nut. Look at this, Marshall. I'm inboard here,
you're
okay?
inboard, okay.
I need something that spreads out and captures, okay?
Oh, so you mean those holes are not contacting the...
No. This is for some type of
the
marine.
lip
Yeah, there's
is
some
holding
kind
it.
of
Okay,
wood
I
system
see.
that was used. There's no way I can cut inboard here and have this fit.
Okay.
You know?
So the lip is sitting on the thing, and then you just tighten
Yeah,
it.
exactly. There's no way I could cut this. This would drop to. Because there's so many different levels of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's frustrating to me. Okay, but it's going to look good when it's mounted. It'll be secure.
Yeah.
Now, do we want the? And that's kind of weird anyway. I don't know if that's working or not. That starter, but I know you want to make Mr. X jealous.
Yeah, I want to make him jealous, but he doesn't have that in his. But it's not a big deal to me.
Well, you got to tell. I don't know.
It's just
I don't even have an instruction manual with this. Do you know that?
Really?
Maybe you can look it up online, and I can run I already got a lot of electric running here. I can
We
run
get a
something
piece
down.
of marine grade brown.
Well, it doesn't have to be brown or black, anything down here.
Brown
Just
would be-
underneath of it to cushion it, Marshall. That's all.
And to give it a little
Okay.
bit of a finish, but
And then
it's not a
hopefully
big
next
deal.
Tuesday we can do it overnight. Test the system. Maybe you can do some outdoor cooking or
Well, the
something.
thing that-
You can
the
do a
thing-
hangout. We
the
can
thing
do a
about-
hangout inside.
Yeah, the thing
I can
about
sleep in my van. You can try out sleeping in the rig for
The
the
big
first
thing
time.
with testing the system is to see if the two batteries will charge a laptop, which I couldn't do with one battery. And
Wait,
if the
well,
furnace
how
would
can
run-
how can you not charge a laptop with two 12
Well, I
volts,
couldn't do it with
200 amp hour battery?
I'm
How
sure
would-
now. That's the big thing. How long? These
we
are the
already
three-
determined that it's charging everything up. Now I can't promise your alternator doesn't need to be charged out for a
Right,
high
right.
capacity alternator.
The three things for the 12 volt system that have to be tested out. How long can I run a 12 volt fan on these batteries? How long can
Well,
I run
define
the
the
furnace?
fan. Furnace fan is different
Not
than
furnace
a,
fan, 12 volt fan.
Well,
how
okay.
Long, how long can I run the furnace?
I run mine off my little battery pack in Yuma overnight.
How long can I run the furnace with the batteries, and how long can I charge the laptop with the batteries? Those are three big tests.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying that for the 12 volt system.
I think you should
That's-
plan on cooking a dinner on the road next Tuesday night.
Okay.
and then come in and do a hangout, you know. That'd be cool, sitting at your dinette for the first time.
Right. A lot of people want to see you cook in the van. And
You're not cooking in the van.
Right.
You already told people,
I'm
don't
not
get
gonna-
your expectations
No.
high of cooking in the van.
No, I'm
I
not
don't
gonna-
blame you.
No,
I take a pot of hot water and that's it.
And that's
okay?
it.
Otherwise, I'm getting a 2 for $3 McDoubles, and I don't. Why do I need to cook? Okay,
Right, right.
if you can be outside with your cook stove,
Exactly. Yeah.
you've already shown you can cook
I'll make
basically
coffee on
anything.
there, I'll
Yeah.
make a can of soup on there, something simple, but I don't like to cook inside. So, but
Because everything will get messed up. And the nice thing about this, Marshall, is look, these things can be removed,
it can be removed.
and it can be cleaned. You can't even do that at home.
Yeah.
All right. How sweet is that?
Yeah. Well,
Now you can either keep it clean or you can let it degrade into Little Rock, Arkansas, Slob City in the kitchen.
I don't really
You
cook
know?
on the inside that much anyway.
I wouldn't cook anything on the
No, I
inside.
don't. I do everything on the outside.
We need to put a finished strip of wood on that side too. We need some trim out too over there. All right, guys. Well, anyway, it is 5:15. Maybe back tonight. I'm not sure. In any event, I want to thank everybody for being on here tonight and today. Thank you to my moderators, Mouse Toes et al., for doing a wonderful job as usual. Your great suggestions. Yep, the cookie, the toilet and shower combo is exactly perfect, you know, in the van. Yeah, it is wonderful. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Thank you, Mouse Toes, as usual, for being here. Much appreciated. Hello, Janet. And, yeah, have a wonderful one, everyone.